Madhubatarita madhuksharanti sindhavaham madve erna santoshadhi madhunaktam utaushasi madhumatparthibhagum rajaham madhudaurastuna pitam madhumanno vanaspatir madhumagumastu suryaham madvirgabo bhavantuna. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. May the winds blow sweetly, may the rivers flow sweetly, may days and nights be sweet to us, may the trees and plants be sweet to us, may the dust of the earth be sweet to us, may the heaven that protects us be sweet to us, may all cows, may the sun shine on us sweetly, may the cows yield us sweet milk, may all beings be happy, may all beings be peaceful, may all beings be blissful. Om, peace, peace, peace be unto all. This morning our subject is Stories of Vedanta Monks, Part 31. Before I speak, I generally give a short introduction about the subject. Spiritual life reminds me Olympic game. We see athletes from all over the world assembled in the Olympic village every 4 years, and they perform their skill. Behind their performances, how they practice. When we see people on the athletes on the beam, parallel bar or beam, balance beam, they practice day after day, month after month, year after year to get perfection. And once during the performance, if they make one mistake, that athlete is broken-hearted. We see that person cries. Just one mistake. Now that person knows I am not going to get gold medal. How hard they work. Similarly, spiritual life. We go to a guru, take instructions, and we practice day after day, month after month, year after year, till death. We practice and practice and practice. And Swami Brahmananda used to say, spiritual life means struggle, struggle, struggle. Preparation is the most important thing in a spiritual life. Preparation. When you go to a medical school, there is a pre-med, 4 years medical school, then 3 years internship, then another 2-3 years for a specialization. After 10 years, a person is allowed to practice medicine. and in spiritual life, we also need similar kind of effort and practice according to the instruction of the Guru. Yama told Nachiketa about the spiritual life. Na virato dushurita na shanto na samaitu na shanto manasopi prigyaninoinam apnuyat. Listen. In the spiritual life, first thing is the character. You must be pure. Dushuritat. You must desist yourself from sinful acts, immoral acts. Na shanto na samahito. Your senses must be controlled, so the mind. And you must stop all kinds of worldly tendencies, worldly desires from the mind. Then Yama said, Na pragyaninoivam apnuyat pragya. Pragya means intellectual knowledge. Through this intellectual knowledge, you may be a very learned person. You will not attain the Atman. You will not realize God. Character is very, very important. And it takes life to build a character. As Swamiji said, whatever we do, whatever we think, that leaves some impressions in the mind. The sum total of those impressions form the habit, and the habit forms character. In a spiritual life, if we want to build this spiritual life, we need, as you see that high-rise buildings, below they put all the columns with the iron rod and cement. Similarly, Patanjali says if you want to build your spiritual life, you need 10 columns. Yama and Yama. Ahimsa, non-violence, truthfulness, non-covetousness, Satya, Astya, Brahmacharya, purity, non-receiving gifts, cleanliness, contentment, study, repeating mantram, and devotion to God, and austerity. These are the way Patanjali explained the 10 columns, Yama and Yama, which will be the base of a spiritual life. Preparation is very, very important. We go to the market, buy the groceries, to prepare gourmet dishes, we spend hours. But to eat that food, it takes only a short time. We get joy when we make a very good dish. Similarly, spiritual life, preparation. It reminds me of an incident of Swami Chetanananda and Sharat Chandra Chatterjee, a famous novelist. In 1905, Swami went to Rangoon, Burma, and Sharat Chandra Chatterjee interviewed him and asked, how many years do you take to be a monk? 6 years at that time, now 9 years. My goodness, 6 years. One can be a doctor in 6 years. Swami Ramakrishna said, but the doctor will take care of the only physical disease. But the monk can take care of worldly disease. He can bring liberation, mukti. Then Sharad Babu asked, what do you learn in the monastery? Renunciation and service are our mottos. The monks renounce their families, attachments. and tries to see God in every being. And they take vows, serve human beings as God. That is a wonderful dialogue between a famous novelist and the Swami. Success comes from sincerity and self-effort. Ujjoginam Purusha Singham Upayati Lakshmi. Enthusiasm, self-effort brings success. The goddess of fortune shows favor to that person. And those who are weak, they think that, oh, by fortune, God will give me. I shall not do anything, God will give everything to me. If you sincerely make effort and fail, at least you have some consolation that I tried utmost, but I could not make it. When we go to see the games, both teams fight, but both cannot win. One will lose. Swamiji learned from Pauhari Baba, Yan Sadhan Tan Siddhi. If your means are right, the end result will be right. The concentration he used to clean his brass pot, same concentration he used for his meditation. Work and worship were same to him, and that brings success. That brings success. In our spiritual journey, again we study from the Upanishads. There are two paths, Preya and Shreya. The path of pleasure, enjoyment, prosperity, and Shreya, path of renunciation, path of liberation. These are the two paths are there. Shreyasya preyasya manushyametat yamasaitu nochiketa. They Shreya and Preya, these are the two paths. You choose. Preya, in the beginning it is very sweet, like nectar. But in the end it is very bitter, like poison. And Shreya, in the beginning it is very bitter, but at the end, full of nectar. That we find in the Bhagavad Gita. Agre Vishamiva Puriname Amritupama. Very beautiful. These are the two paths. Those who are true spiritual aspirants, they choose the path of the Shreya, path of liberation. Vidya, avidya. Path of knowledge and path of ignorance. Most people take the path of enjoyment because it is easy and we see it. As Krishna says, Manusyanam savasrishu kasyid jatati siddhai. Millions of people come to spiritual life, only few succeed. Swamiji said another thing. Those who come in spiritual life, 80% people are insincere. 15% people will go crazy. And 5% people, somehow they are striving. That is Swamiji's calculation about spiritual aspirants. Who wants God? Sometimes I ask people, put your hand on your chest and ask yourself, do I really want God in my life? Then this world will disappear. But most people want both. Most people, most people do not want God. They love the world, Maya. Some people think we want both. We want God, we want world, both. Enjoyment and renunciation, both. Diva Rajani nahi ek tham. As day and night can never stay together. Light and darkness can never stay together. But we want both. But Sri Ramakrishna gave a very beautiful example. In the beginning, when you start to learn how to dance, you use 2 feet. Later on, 1 foot. Later on, you can swing only on your toe. As we see in the ballerinas, how they swing on a toe. Because at that time, you were an expert dancer. Who wants God? Sri Ramakrishna gave another beautiful illustration of 4 kinds of people in this world. Nitya Mukta, Mukta, Mumukshu, Baddha. Nitya Mukta, there are 4 fish, 4 are in a lake. The Nitya Mukta listen that fishermen are going to put the net and catch the fish. Listening to their conversation, the Nitya Mukta leaves that lake and goes to the other lake. He will never be caught by Maya, the net of Maya. Mukta, the fisherman drop the net. Mukta jumps over the net and goes to the other side. He does not touch the net at all. He is Mukta, free. Mumukshu, that seeker, sincere seeker. The moment the net touches its nose, it tears the net and goes to the other side. The fisherman cannot catch that fish. And Baddha, they see the nature is coming, they lie down on the floor of the lake. But they are all caught by Maya. That is the way we find 4 kinds of people in this world. Baddha, Mumukshu, Mukta and Nitya Mukta. Swami Turiyananda's reminiscences we shall talk today. He was a free soul, Jivan Mukta. Prachin Sadhudir Kotha, that is the Bengali book I edited. Today we shall start from page 222. Swami Turiyananda was giving a class on the Bhagavad Gita and explaining the verses 16 to 18 from the 15th chapter of the Gita. First I shall tell you the translation, so then you can understand what is going on. There are two beings in the world, the perishable and the imperishable. The perishable comprises all creatures, and the imperishable is said to be the unchanging. But there is another being, the highest, called the Supreme Self, who, as the immutable, pervades and sustains the three worlds. Krishna says, as I surpass the perishable, and as I am higher even than the imperishable, I am extolled in the world, and the Vedas as the Supreme Self, Purushottam. Very interesting. Perishable means this manifested universe and all beings, perishable. They will be perished, either today or tomorrow or after 100 years. All will be perished. Imperishable is Maya Shakti, the cause of the creation. That is the unmanifest. Unmanifest, manifest, cause, effect. So Krishna says, I am beyond cause and effect. I am that Supreme Brahman, Purushottama. That he was talking about. In that connection, he brought that beautiful analogy of Panchadoshi. Ghatakash, Mahakash, Jalakash, Meghakash. Four kinds of Akash. Akash means a space. Ghatakash, Ghat means jar, earthen jar. What do you see? I see an earthen jar. And inside, empty. Akash, a space. So the jar outside a space, inside a space. That is correct. Then inside the jar, I filled the jar with water. Then we see some reflection of the perhaps moon or the stars we see in that water, which is in the jar. That reflection is called Jivatma, individual soul. Mahakash, the vast space, has been restricted in a jar, and cosmic consciousness is restricted now in the jar consciousness. That is the individual soul. Meghakash and Jalakash. Megh, cloud. In the cloud, if you watch some clouds, water is there in the cloud. We do not see it, but sometimes you can see when the rain comes, that cloud is full of water. So this infinite space, this akasha space, is reflected on that cloud water. Meghakash, that is Ishvara, cosmic God. And that consciousness, that akasha, vast, infinite, that vast space, that is Brahman. He is talking about that how Jiva and Brahman are identical. That individual consciousness and pure and cosmic consciousness both are the same. Consciousness. As little space in the jar and the cosmic space, both spaces are the same. That is the analogy that he is talking about. Is a Purushottama, is a Brahman, Krishna. And these individual beings as consciousness, both are the same, but difference of manifestation. That is the way he was giving a class on the Bhagavad Gita to the monks. Next, there was a brahmachari named Ram Maharaj. He used to live in Almora. That brahmachari Maharaj used to practice Ramericha. Everything is the will of Rama. Good, bad, whatever happens, Rama. It is the will of Rama. My suffering is Rama, my happiness is Rama. Everything is the will of Rama. Now, one night, Swami in Banaras, Swami Turiyananda's attendant brought a bowl, brass bowl of milk, very hot. When Swami sipped the milk, his tongue burned, mouth burned. And Swami scolded that attendant, "Ish, too hot." Then Ram Maharaj was seated there. Then Maharaj was asking, "Ram, what do you think? Is it the will of Rama that my mouth is burned?" "Yes, Maharaj." Then again, Swami asked, "Is it the will of Rama that my tongue is burnt and I am getting that burning sensation?" "Yes, Maharaj, it is the will of Rama." Swami made a beautiful remark. "Tumar Ramer ichha amar prananta holo." Your will of Rama is killing me. The person who wrote these reminiscences, he was a disciple of Swami Sharadananda. I met him. He was a professor, brahmachari, never married, bachelor, lived in Banaras in old days. It is his reminiscences. He mentioned that Swami Sharadananda's adhyayan, study habit. He followed his routine to the minute, very, very punctual. He is a very routine life. Early in the morning, he get up after cleaning himself. He used to meditate, then walk, then study, then bath, eating, rest. Everything he followed. But when he would study something, he was deeply absorbed. He would forget everything. Sometimes his attendant would say, "Swami, it is the time for your bath." Wait. Sometimes that thought, that idea carried him. And whatever he would study, he would discuss with the monks. Then Swami, he mentioned that Swamiji also used to do the same thing. Adhyayanam adhyapana, vidya birjavati hoy. You study and discuss, study and discuss. That way, your education, your knowledge will be very solid, very sound. In this connection, I shall tell you a story of Swamiji. Swamiji was in Balloon Mart. He was reading a book, and the dining bell, the supper bell was gone at 9 o'clock. All brother disciples are waiting in the dining hall. Swamiji did not come. So Brahmananda sent Shubodhananda Khoka Maharaj to Swamiji to call him. Shubodhananda went. Swamiji could not listen anything. He could not hear. He was completely oblivion. Then Shubodhananda from the back closed the book. Swamiji immediately looked. "Hey, Khoka, rascal, what did you do?" "But Swamiji, we are all waiting for you. The dining bell is gone. The food will be cold. You will have to come." "But I do not know where I was reading, but I know I saw the page number. I shall tell you where you are reading." please come. Swamiji went and had dinner with his brother disciples. I'm just talking about how much deep concentration they had when they would study. Swami Turiyananda told another day, you know, there is another kind of Vedantic sadhana, drashta drishya. Some people see that I am the seer, this world is the seen. Maya, I am the Atman, I am the witness of all this creation that they practice. It is from the Drigdrishya Viveka, that first mantra says, Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drik, Tad Drishyam Drikto Manasam, Drishya Dhi Brittayo, Shakshi Drigeva Natu Drishyati. Which is a beautiful verse. Rupam Drishyam, Rup means whatever we see, all the scenery. Adrishya, are seen. Who is the seer? Eyes. Then eyes are the seen, mind is the seer. Again, the dhivrittayo, all the waves, all the thought waves of the mind are the seen. The Atman is the seer. Shakshi, that witness consciousness is the seer. Drigeva natu drishyati, that is final. There is nobody behind. That's some Vedantins practice. Drigdrishya viveka, drashta drishya. Jatra jena anubhuyate tatraiva shakshittam. Shakshi. Still you are seeing the world as a witness. Viveka Chudamani says, Jina na anubhuyate tatra shakshittam nopo yujyati. You will have to go beyond that stage. That means samadhi. Na chakshusha naiva bacha na manusha. This Atman cannot be experienced, seen through the eyes, through the speech, through the mind. That is called realization. Sometimes Swami used to teach in a different way. As you know, Swami Turiyananda was in America for 3 years, in California and New York. So, and Western devotees wrote him a letter, so he answered the letter and wrote the address and gave Swami Ganeshwarananda. Please take this letter and here are some stamps and go to the office, put this stamp there and then mail my letter. And take all my letters and this small stamps, take it in your chador, everything, and then go. Oh no, Maharaj, then give it, I shall take it. So he took this letter and few stamps, and one stamp fell, he did not see it. So he went to the office and found that one stamp was missing. So he took that stamp from the office, put it there and dropped it in the mailbox. Then when he came and said, Swami, one stamp was missing, I did this. Then Swami pointed out, just see, the stamp is there. I told you to put everything in your chadar, you did not listen to me, young man. You just did not listen to me. You were careless. In that connection, he told his story with Sri Ramakrishna. One day I was in Dakshineshwar, and a gentleman came to Sri Ramakrishna and said, Sir, we have come from Calcutta for picnic in Dakshineshwar garden. We did not bring any knife to cut our vegetables. Will you please lend us your knife? Sri Ramakrishna says, yes, yes, I can lend you, but you will have to return to me. Of course I shall return. Then Sri Ramakrishna gave the knife and said, please, remember, you will have to return this knife. Well, of course I shall give the knife, I shall return the knife. Then when he was going, Sri Ramakrishna again reminded, you will have to return the knife, please remember. So Swami Turiyananda was telling, why is Sri Ramakrishna is repeating again and again? He's a gentleman, he will definitely return the knife. So Swami Turiyananda kept quiet and Sri Ramakrishna also kept quiet. Well, Turiyananda says, I thought that someone is me for a single ordinary knife, how a master is repeating again and again, again and again. It was in the afternoon. The party left Dakshineshwar. They did not return the knife. Swami Sri Ramakrishna told Turiyananda, hello, could you go and bring my knife? They did not bring the knife. Well, they have left. They are not here. You go. Bring my knife. Turiyananda came back. He could not get the knife. Master, I could not get the knife. Find out where they put the peels of the vegetables and all those leftovers and everything. They must be, it must be there. You go, search again. And there he found the knife. Then he washed it and brought it to Sri Ramakrishna's room. And he was about to put it on a shelf. Sri Ramakrishna, no, not there. He put that knife on the brick below the leg of my cot. Southwest corner leg of my cot on the brick, keep it there. Then he said, you must put the right thing to the right place. Otherwise, early in the morning, I need that knife to cut my toothbrush. You will not be here, our room is dark. Where shall I search my knife? Turiyananda said, I got a great lesson from the Master. If your mind is very organized, disciplined, everything will move on very smoothly. মনে করো প্রাণ অবধি বিগত জলে কি রত্ন মেলে ডুব দাও তুমি অগাধ জলে সহজ মানুষ ধরবে যদি. It is a Baul song Turiyananda sang. Oh my mind, you think that you can get gems, pearls, bigot jole, with under 6 inches of water, you will get the pearls. No way. Agad jole, you will go dive deep. There you will get the pearl. Similarly, in spiritual life, if you want to realize God, you will have to dive deep. When we study the Gospel of Ramakrishna, we find two things he repeated again and again. এগিয়ে যাও, ডুব দাও. Go forward and dive deep. Those are the great sayings of Sri Ramakrishna. Otherwise, some people, like a routine, 15 minutes or half an hour, or maximum 1 hour, repeat some mantra and practice a little meditation. You will have to dive deep. Sannimitti varam tyagu ni binashe niyate shati. Swami quoted from Hitopadesha. Dhanani jivitan shaiva pararthi pragyam utsriyet. prajgo. A wise person must sacrifice his wealth and life for the good of others. But for attaining the Atman, you will have to renounce Jnani, Paraprakriti, and Vishnu. And money and life are perishable, impermanent. So, this is the advice. Sannimitte varam tyago vinashe niyate shuti. It is better to dedicate life for doing good to others. The Swami continued. Sri Ramakrishna had cancer. He was in Kashipur. His beard grew. His beard grew. The doctor says, "Sir, I cannot see your wound properly. Somebody should trim your beard." There are two stories, and then, of course, the barber came and trimmed Master beard. Another time, Latu Maharaj cut the beard with the dull scissors. But before cutting, Sri Ramakrishna would ask, "Please take my permission. I shall withdraw my mind from the body. Then you cut, then I shall not get any pain." On another time, in front of Sri Ramakrishnananda took a new cloth and tore it with a noise. Sri Ramakrishna said, "Kodliki, never do such thing. The person who is within me will hiss and bite you. Be careful." You know, in the beginning I could not understand what he meant. Sound. Sri Ramakrishna's system was very, very sensitive. When he would go into Samadhi, he would connect himself with a link so that he can come back to the body. One day, Holy Mother made close the door with a little noise. Sri Ramakrishna cautioned her, "Never do that, never make noise. Because if that connection, my link is cut, I shall not be able to come back to the body anymore." Same thing happened to Nistarini Devi. She had a lot of bangles and sometimes they would make noise. Sri Ramakrishna said, "Oh, no, don't make noise." Then she would tie all those things in the ear and they tie them so that they will not make any noise. You know, we are so gross, we do not feel that kind of thing. Swami continued, কারো কাছে থেকে কিছু নেবে না, কারণ নিলেই তার দ্বারা ইনফ্লুয়েসড হতে হয়, ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্স চলে যায়। Sometimes we take gifts from the people. Some people have motive. They give gifts. But if you depend on somebody's help every month, but then you will be influenced by that person and you will lose your independence. A monk should not lose his independence. The person who will not take your independence and will not try to control you, only take gift from that person. Swami Turiyananda told. At that time we think it is a gift from God. Sri Ramakrishna told Holy Mother, কারো কাছে হাত টিপে তো নি, তোমার মাথা কিনে নেবে. Never exchange your hands like this. If you take somebody's favor, that person will buy your head. But please remember, In Hinduism, there are 4 ashramas. Brahmacharya ashrama, brahmachari, students, they do not earn money. Garhastha ashrama, householder's life, they earn money. Vanaprastha ashrama, retired recluse, they do not earn money. Sannyas ashrama, monks, they do not earn money. So these 3 stations of life, they do not earn money. Who earns money? Grihastha, householders. They maintain the church, they maintain everything in the society, everything. Money is important. We have a devotee. He's not very rich at all. He used to work as a janitor in a church. But every month he sends $5 to us. He lives in Illinois, quite a distance. I did not see him for a long time. So I asked him that please come and visit us. I sent him $100. You rent a car and come and visit us. So he came with his son. And then he was returning $25. Swami, my car rent is only $75. I go, no, that money you take and eat something. Every month, that poor man sends $5 per month. That is big gift. That is very sincere soul. It is not the amount how you give. As Sri Ramakrishna says, some rich people, they have money. Their money goes to they goes to the 4 places: the doctors, liars, robbers, and the spoiled children. That's Sri Ramakrishna said. Never expect anything from anybody. But don't be a dry monk. This is Sri Ramakrishna's idea. Paramahanshara sarvadai gunagrahi. Those who are great souls, they always see goodness in others. And those who are very mean, they always see fault in others. দোষ তো মানুষের লেগেই আছে. Nobody is perfect. But don't try to flatter everybody, only flatter God. Dosh. It happened in Belur Math. A monk did something wrong, so all trustees decided that he should be out from the order. So they came to Swami Shivananda Mahapurush Maharaj. Mahapurush Maharaj said, tell me about this monk. Oh, he has this problem, that problem, he has this mistake. Then he said, all of you telling all of his bad sides. Does he not have any single good quality? A person, you were telling not a single good quality you did not see in that monk? Then one by said, yes, this is one good quality he has. Then Mahapurush Maharaj said, he will stay. He will stay. You know how the disciples of Ramakrishna are so forgiving and loving. To throw away a person from the order is easy, but to keep that person in the order with love, with understanding, that is the way Sri Ramakrishna's order functions. Mutual love, mutual respect. Sri Ramakrishna gave that illustration. Chalun bolen সুচকেত, চালুনি বলেন সুচকেত, ওর পিছনে ধাগা. A strainer is telling the needle that you have a hole at the back. Do you see? The strainer has thousands of holes, it does not see itself. Sri Ramakrishna said that. Toward the end of his life, Swami Turiyananda used to emphasize on the service. In the beginning, he used to practice austerity, meditation, this, that. Then he says, look, Swamiji emphasized. He told Swami Gyaneshwarananda, Sangshay rekho na, never doubt. It is Master's work. You give your body, mind, energy, soul, everything. Through this action, through this karma yoga, you will attain everything, even samadhi. Never doubt. Kaje lege jao. Get engaged. Swamiji told me in Darjeeling, Hori Bhai, Swamiji told me in Darjeeling, Hori Bhai, this time I have opened a new path. So long people would know that one can attain liberation through practicing japa and meditation, discrimination, etc. But this time, Sri Ramakrishna's children and daughters will be Jivan Mukta, will be living free, giving service to humanity, thinking them as God. It is Swamiji's order. It is true. Do not doubt. Swami Gyaneshwarananda came to Chicago. He was the head. He was started Chicago Center. Anyhow, Shiva. I remember in 1984, summertime I used to go from St. Louis to California, Boston, different centers. So that year I stayed in Tubuco for a month. So I told the brothers, I cannot have food from you without giving some service. I shall clean the library. You have a big library. I shall dust all books and keep this book nice. Sri Ramakrishna's work is worship. And Sri Ramakrishna's message that Bhakto Bhagavat Bhagavan Tinak. Bhakto, devotee, Bhagavat, God's message, there is scripture, and Bhagavan. These three are one. So serving the devotees, we are serving God. And those who hate the devotees, that is very bad. They get sin according to Vaishnavaism. Vaishnava aparad. Vaishnava aparad. If you hate another person, that means you are committing a great sin because you are hating God. Your scripture says, your life says that each human being is God. How can you hate others? Hari Maharaj was very methodical and he loved cleanliness. He used to say, যার ভিতরে গোছানো ভাব আছে তার বাইরেও গোছানো আছে, যার ভিতরে গোছানো নেই তার বাইরেও গোছানো নেই. The person who is organized and outside, his inside is organized. And inside is disorganized, outside is disorganized. So seeing somebody's room, bed, bathroom, or things scattered, you know that person's mind is disciplined or not, organized or not. If you, Swami, that is the way we are taught. In the gross plane, if you are not perfect, you cannot be perfect in the spiritual plane, subtle plane. It is not possible. I am reckless, badly working with this, and I am going to the shrine and get samadhi. It will not work that way. The person who is disciplined, everything is discipline. You know, that is the way we learn in our monastery. Spiritual life, in every step, you must be perfect. Try to be perfect. A monk told Swami Chetanananda, যদি শান্তি চাও তাহলে সর্বতভাবে লোকচক্ষুর অন্তরালে থাকার চেষ্টা করবে। তোমার হয়তো কোনো প্রশংসনীয় বিশেষত্ব আছে, কাউকে জানতে দেবে না। মানে if you have some good qualities and perhaps you are a very outstanding monks, great learned, greatly, মানে extremely learned, deeply spiritual, that will draw a lot of people to you. But avoid these masses, this public, because they will take away your energy, they will praise you and will bring you down. For that reason, our monks do not, there are some great monks in our Raja, they do not go outside and tell, I have samadhi, my Kundalini has awakened, I am this and that. I have seen God. Our monks do not say all those things. If you would make them know that you have all this power and this and that, they will be curious. And at that time, your desire will come for name and fame. Oh, my lecture should go to what is called YouTube so that people will see. God bless the Zoom. But you know, I appreciate this YouTube and Zoom. All over the world, people watch us, our lectures. So many great, good sadhus, good talks. People get so much wisdom from those talks. Science is a blessing, no doubt. And if you do not use it properly, it may ruin you. Sometimes it is very difficult to become famous. As the movie actors, actresses you see, they need bodyguards. Otherwise, their lives will be endangered. How to preach? Sri Ramakrishna said, do not preach. If you have honey, the bees will come according to their own accord. Just gather spirituality and share with others. That we do. Chetanananda gave this from the Viveka Chudamani. I shall tell that verse, which is very favorite to me. Lokanuvartanam taktva dehanuvartanam shastranuvartanam taktva swadhya swapananam kuru. Give up the desire for name and fame. Give up the desire for body consciousness. Give up the desire to become a Pandit, scholar, Shastra. When I am very learned, scholarly monk. Give up all these things. Swadhya swapananam kuru. Hypnotize yourself. Try to realize that you are the Atman. Puri Maharaj said, you know, previously I had a very bad habit. Whenever I see anybody's faults, I verbally told that person. And that harsh word would hurt people. Then I said that I am really hurting people through this sharp tongue. But do you know what happened? But then my habit was changed when I read this verse from the Bhagavatam, book 11, chapter 28, verse 1. Paraswabhavo karmani na prasangset na garhayet vishwam ekatmakam pasyan prakita purushena cha. See this world and see all these human beings and know that it is the Atman, Paramatma, dwells in all beings. So do not praise anybody's character or criticize anybody's character. Na prasangset, na garhvet. Do not criticize, do not praise. Then he said, do you know what I learned? There is a commentary on this verse. When we eat, sometimes we bite our tongue with the teeth. That doesn't mean I'll have to take a hammer and break my teeth. The teeth and my tongue both belong to me. It is my carelessness that I beat my tongue. Same Paramatma dwells in everything. So, dosh darshan nindabad anuchit. Never see fault in others and never criticize others. I shall stop here today. These teachings are so beautiful and practical. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva, tvameva bandhusya sakha tvameva, tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva, tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. O Lord, thou art my father, thou art my mother, thou art my friend, thou art my companion, thou art my all in all, O Lord. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, 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 peace. George, you want to say something?
Yes.
Please come. Shri, could you bring one coconut for me?
Yes, here.
Oh, here.
Good day. I'm your announcement person today. First, for those people who didn't get the email on Thursday with links to the Zoom meeting that we're going to start shortly, if you'll grab a pen and pencil, I'll tell you how to get that. Secondly, we have at St. Louis Vedanta always a Vivekananda Festival on July 4th. And this year we won't have live attendance, but we're planning a streaming program with a variety of things, bhajans and talks and video presentations. So look for that in the bulletin that we will be sending out later in the week with a links announcement for next Sunday. Secondly, typically in the summer in St. Louis in July and August, we don't have live speakers every Sunday. However, this summer will be different, and we will have live speakers, and you will get that in the bulletin as well. And one of the nice things that I think all of us will be looking forward to is that Swami has agreed to have 2 or 3 sessions that are question and answer based on a topic. And so there will be a full hour of Swami's question and answer. And the first one of those will be on July 12th, and the topic will be on Guru. So look for that in the bulletins. And finally, for those people who would be interested in attending the Zoom meeting but didn't get the email, If you will send an email now to join@vedantastl.org, we will send information to you, and you can send us your full name and a little description of your connection to Vedanta, and we will send you the invitation. Again, if you will email join@vedantastl.org, we will send you the link. Thank you.
No, we'll do that. This one? Oh, okay. Yeah.
Can you close down the audio, Shri?
Yep.
The video.